Oh, so hey guys, so today in this video, I'm not actually going to be, this video that I'm doing is not going to be a continuation of my Diary of a Wimpy Kid versus The Secret of Lonky Sears Tower series, or my Willis Tower, or my Lonky Sears Tower, Willis Tower renovation series. So in this video, I'm actually going to just let you guys know that I've recently removed these old My Little Pony Chicago gore drawings from 2022, and I'm actually gonna explain to you guys why I removed them and exactly why. So the reason why I kind of wanted to remove them was because they were kind of disturbing. I don't want to talk about it right now, but I actually had to kind of swallow right now, that's why. Why I actually had to get rid of these My Little Pony Chicago drawings was mainly because that I was actually very worried that people might get exposed to it. And just earlier today, I was doing research for my book, The Secret of Lonky Sears Tower, a part in my book, and I recently accidentally stumbled upon one of my My Little Pony videos, and I was like, oh my god, oh my gosh, I gotta get rid of this before anyone gets exposed to this video and gets my channel banned. So I kind of had to remove it. So I kind of had to private those My Little Pony videos because they were kind of they weren't really appropriate. I actually don't do speed paints that often featuring blood or anything, because I've actually been wanting to do a speed paint for the past 2 years of a compilation, because in my a compilation, I can't even pronounce the word. So in The Secret of Lonky Sears Tower, there are parts where my characters, there are actually some tragedy parts in The Secret of Lonky Sears Tower that involve, which is my book, that involve characters dying. I mean, I cannot describe how they died in the book because it's gonna get my channel banned. So one of the parts I added into my book was this tragedy scene where one of the characters named Charles Jackson dies in the book. And I was doing research for this scene by looking at elevator safety cartoons, and I was also looking at that scene from the film Hugo where that other orphan street kid boy got caught by the station inspector and was dragged away and was taken away. And I also was looking at some My Little Pony speed paints as well. And as I was and I look at these certain My Little Pony speed paint, which is a drawing of the My Little Pony princess character's deaths. I don't know why I'm looking at that. If my parents find out that I'm watching this, they're gonna ban me, they're probably gonna ban me from YouTube if they find out I'm watching anything with blood in it. So my parents don't really allow me to draw anything with blood in it or any of that kind of stuff. So the last drawing I ever did on my YouTube channel that involved blood was the drawing of Monroe Sears' death from Wings of Fire. And I've actually been wanting to draw a drawing of Monroe Sears for a while now because he's my favorite Wings of Fire character when I was into the series last year. When I was reading the series last year. And I kind of needed to do a drawing of him because I actually saw a drawing that some YouTuber did, some Wings of Fire artist did, of Monroe Sears' death, and it actually looked really awesome. So I did a drawing of that was sort of a redraw from the graphic Wings of Fire graphic novel where Monroe Sears dies from the volcano. Sorry to spoil it if anyone who hadn't read the books. So in The Secret of Lonky Sears Tower, there are parts where the characters die, and it's actually kind of disturbing because I can't bring it up. I'm not going to discuss anything about it, but I actually got inspiration from, I'm actually going off topic right now. So how I got inspired to do this compilation, I can't even pronounce the word, this drawing of this drawing thing of 4 different characters of the characters' deaths from The Secret of Lonky Sears Tower is I saw this one My Little Pony speed paint of the MLP princess deaths, and those speed paints that this one MLP YouTuber did, it got their channel deleted. The only reason I know this is actually because I found the video underneath MLP Princess Death speed paint. It was like the first thing that appeared on my list, but nowadays when I look at the search bar, I don't see the video anywhere. No matter how far I scroll, it's just not there. So like, that's kind of what inspired me. In this one My Little Pony like channel that did these drawings, it had a very similar style. Like, the style was quite similar to mine. Like, it was not the actual style of the characters. I mean, the style of the characters was quite similar, like the blood, like it was just the style of how this one YouTuber colored the characters. Oh, sorry, there was like, oh, sorry for that music in the background. Just a car just drove past my house, and I don't get it why they were playing music at like the top, like at maximum volume. I just hope this doesn't happen right now. Maybe you can't really hear it though, because I'm like talking like all the time. So in like this My Little Pony artist, they did like drawings of the characters like kind of dying in these very brutal ways. I mean, I can't describe it. I can't tell you guys about it because it's disturbing. I mean, my mom's probably gonna ban me from YouTube if she finds out I watched that as a kid. Watched that 2 years ago. So the channel got deleted mainly because I can no longer find the channel, and I'm kind of worried that might happen to Lonky Sears Tower sometime soon. Because if The Secret of Lonky Sears Tower, which is my book, becomes a movie, I'm going to kind of like have to I'm probably gonna have to post some of the movie clips here, like some of the clips from the movie on my channel, because I'm kind of wanting to do that if it becomes a movie. But I might have to put a warning like on the thumbnail, just so that people know that it's disturbing and like my YouTube channel won't get banned. So I've actually back in 2022 and 2023, I wasn't very good at drawing backgrounds, so I had to like use pictures of Chicago for the backgrounds for the characters, and I found out that doing that kind of thing could get my channel banned. So I had to like remove pretty much like most of those like videos to just kind of prevent my channel like from getting banned. And I'm actually probably going to start a new series on my YouTube channel called Cartoon Logic versus The Secret of Lonky Sears Tower, mainly because I've recently I actually recently just started I actually kind of just recently started high school, and I'm like the only kid in the entire high school who like watches cartoons. And whenever I rewatch cartoons that I watched as a kid, there are a lot of parts in those cartoons which have like, it's usually part of that logic, those memes about cartoon logic making zero sense. And a lot of the parts from these cartoons, it's actually like, just to let you guys know, the cartoons that I watched as a kid were Ogie and the Cockroaches, Zig and Sharko, Larva, and Oscar's Oasis. And there were some parts in like these cartoons that were kind of disturbing for me when I rewatched the show, because when I watched the show as a kid it wasn't very disturbing, but nowadays when I rewatch it, like when I rewatched some of the episodes back in 2023 and 2024, it kind of disturbed me. Even in 2021 when I watched it, it disturbed me. So I might do a YouTube video about this probably when I have time. Like, if I have time, I'll do it. And when I publish The Secret of Lonky Sears Tower, I will do the character death speed paints, but I might have to censor it or put like a warning on the thumbnail that says, watch at your own risk, contains blood, violence, horror, whatever. It's actually because that I don't want YouTube like to believe that I'm posting like Elsagate videos. And if you don't know what Elsagate is, it's like a series of these very, very disturbing videos on YouTube Kids that involved characters doing very inappropriate stuff. Like, it involved these like crossovers between like popular characters. Like, I'm just gonna give you guys like an example. So this is not an actual Elsagate video that got posted. I'm just giving you guys an example. Actually, this video is not an Elsagate video, because I'm not like talking about like very violent stuff, like talking about very disturbing stuff right now. So with like these Elsagate videos, so an example of an Elsagate video is it would feature these very popular characters from like a popular franchise, like for example Harry Potter. Like recently I've actually kind of am into Harry Potter now. Like I actually just kind of recently got into Harry Potter, And I actually have like a collection of Harry Potter characters. And I do want to show you some of the characters in my collection really quick, so I'm going to be back. So right here, I just brought back some Harry Potter figures from my tower collection. Like right over here, we have this little figure of Cedric Diggory. This character is one of my favorite characters in the book. Though I actually watched the Harry Potter movies on when I was in Chicago, and they're actually pretty good movies. Like my favorite has to be the Goblet of Fire, cause there's something cool about it that I don't know what. And then this is a figure of Luna Lovegood, another character that I like in the book. And then this figure is of Fred Weasley, another character in the book that I think is cool as well. So those are some of the Harry Potter characters I have. So like I'm just gonna show you guys an example. So like I just showed you some of my Harry Potter characters. So like these Elsagate videos would feature like popular characters. Like for example, a character that I just gave an example right there. So like for example, the videos would feature like popular Harry Potter character. Like let's just say like Harry Potter, the main character of Harry Potter, which is Harry Potter, like. So the video would usually feature like, for example, it would feature like Harry Potter with another character from another franchise. Like, I gotta say, I think the only other character I can think about is a character from My Little Pony, and I'm just gonna use my OC, Tower Lewis, for an example. So the videos would usually feature my, like, crossovers between My Little Pony characters and like other franchises like being together, like for example Harry Potter and Tower Lewis. And then the videos would have these very bright like vibrant thumbnails. Like these videos would have like very vibrant colored thumbnails to get people's attention. And the thumbnails would feature like toilet humor, would feature just very disturbing stuff. Like the videos would feature very disturbing stuff. Like I've actually like seen a couple, and actually a thing that that I recently discovered is that Elsagate still exists to this day. Like YouTube actually tried getting rid of Elsagate, but Elsagate exists to this day as a new form, and people may know that as it being like the brain rot and like the Gen Alpha like brain rot stuff like Skibbity Toilet or those like Poppy Playtime and Garden of Banban animations and like that stuff. So like the Elsagate stuff that I've seen as a kid was like stuff like from Zig and Sharko. Like there was one episode of Zig and Sharko that I'm gonna get an example of, where this one scene, I kind of forgot the episode, but it showed these guys like eating at a restaurant, and Sharko was like snarfing down these french fries, and by the time he was done eating, his stomach was bulging out like this. Like his stomach was like bulging out, like he had a pot belly by the end of the episode. So like that, it would feature this kind of stuff. Like it would feature like stuff. Elsagate doesn't actually feature this kind of stuff that's like I'm talking about right now. So the real Elsagate videos would feature far more disturbing stuff. So in the cartoons that I've seen, it would feature where it would show where cartoon characters are like eating a lot of food, and then they're shown getting fat afterwards, and it like shows them looking like a giant blob or something. It kind of disturbs me nowadays. They even do that with inanimate objects in cartoons. I mean, inanimate objects. It actually happened in an episode of Ogie and the Cockroaches, where this guy, Ogie, he was like shoving a giant pile of stuff like from his house into an elevator, and by the time he got everything shoved into the elevator was like bulging out. Like the elevator was like a circle when he did that, and when it was moving up the building, it was just it still kind of disturbs me to this day. So I actually can understand why my mom didn't want me to watch those cartoons, but I didn't understand until now. So another Elsagate kind of one thing I saw was these elevator safety song cartoons. Like if you search up elevator safety song or elevator safety cartoon on Google or Safari and go to videos, you'll like see this kind of stuff. Like you'll actually like find these cartoons, very vibrant cartoons featuring cartoon characters in elevators. I actually took a couple of screenshots of it. Like in one of these cartoons, there was like there were these characters, and like one of the characters, he was in like an elevator that had broken down. He was like trying to pry open the door. In another thumbnail, it showed these these like people in an elevator, like these cartoon characters that were not popular cartoon characters from the OG LCGate videos, but it showed these made-up cartoon characters like OCs in an elevator as it's plummeting to the bottom of the shaft. And another one, it showed a character like the elevator door is closing, and it showed the character trying to pry open the elevator door as it's closing, and the other character's like freaking out, like really freaking. It looks like she's like freaking out or something. And in another thumbnail, it showed this one character pressing all the elevator buttons while the other character is like has his mouth hanging open like this. I mean, that's what I saw. So anyways, this is actually my video right now, kind of about like why I was paranoid about like I can't believe I just went off topic right there again. So like this kind of video was me just kind of explaining why I got rid of most of my old MLP 2022 2023 drawings, except for the one of the cartoon Sears Tower. It's mainly because that one wasn't disturbing. This is kind of why I don't post gore stuff that often. And I'm actually going to work on the sketches for like the speed paint that I'm actually might do, but I might have to censor it, which is for the Secret of Lonky Sears Tower. But sorry to spoil any guys about my book. So that's the video.